What's up guys, today we're playing a new deck I just made up called Smallpox Energy. This deck was inspired by a more streamlined list that I saw online running Urza Sagas and more of the Smallpox package. And while I'm sure that deck's cool, I wanted to mix things up and make something new. So if you guys don't know, we love the Guide of Souls Ocelot Pride package. We try to jam this in a lot of decks. We've played Orzhov Eldrazi. We'll play this in pretty much whatever we can. So for this list, we are playing the Guide Pride package. We got rid of the Urza Sagas and some other creatures to replace that. So this deck is purely Orzhov, no sagas, no artifacts. So for our lands, because we're a Smallpox deck, we're running a set of Flagstones of Trokair. So Flagstones pairs really well with Smallpox because you can sacrifice it, go get a Surveil land, and stay even on lands, while your opponent has to sacrifice a land. Because of that synergy, we're running 3 Shadowy Backstreet to get with the Flagstones, and then we have 3 Urborgs. The combo is having Flagstones and Urborg out, so that way you can tap for double black and cast Smallpox. So like I said before, we added the Guide Pride package. I just like this angle of attack. We have a bunch of different angles of attack for this deck, starting with the aggression here. We have a removal with Fatal Push and Prismatic Ending, Hand Disruption with Thoughtseize. We have Bowmasters, Smallpox, and then some new additions to the deck. We're running 3 Ketramose and 3 Ashiok, so these go really well with each other. If we have Ketramose out, Ashiok puts cards in exile. We want at least 8 cards in exile for Ketramose, so these go really well together. We have 1 Liliana, which pairs really well with Smallpox, discarding cards, and then we can always downtake if we need to kill a creature. And then we have 2 Graveyard Trespasser that goes well with Ketramose too. For the sideboard, we have 3 Wrath of the Skies for board wipes, 2 Toxic Deluge for small creature decks, Clarion Conqueror for activated abilities, we have Dolthy and Leyline of the Void for graveyard decks, and then 2 Vindicates, mainly for Eldrazi or problematic permanents. So this deck is a complete work in progress. If you guys have any suggestions, feel free to let me know in the comment section down below. But before we get into the video, I want to talk to you guys about becoming a YouTube channel member. You'll get access to a lot of cool perks like loyalty badges, cool emotes, and early access to videos like this one. Also, we are Mana Traders content creators, so if you want to save up to 25% on your first subscription, all that information is in the description below. So if you want to see more modern content like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button and let's get in the gameplay. Alright, match 1 on the draw. And this is like a solid non-Smallpox hand, so we're going to try it. We have removal, we have aggression, Arid Mesa. We would love this to be energy. They go Steam Vents, Ragavan, okay. We're just going to Swamp Push this. Oh, there's Smallpox. We don't know if they're Grixis, so I don't want to play Urborg yet. So let's just play Swamp, push this now, just to get under like Counterspell or anything like that. They could have another one, they could dash it, which would be really annoying, but then we have Bowmasters. Arena. So this is probably going to be like Jeskai. Shadowy Backstreet. We'll play Urborg now. We'll hold up Bowmasters. Next turn we can maybe Smallpox. They do nothing. Ragavan. Ragavan and no like follow-up play. I guess we're going to Bowmasters. Hopefully they don't have Spell Snare here. They do not. Maybe they're holding up like Bolt or something. Marsh Flats. So let's Shock and God the Shrine. We'll attack for 2. This might get the concession here. Cast Smallpox. Discard. Marsh Flats. Yeah, they just concede. They missed their land drop, and it's just going to get worse for them. So we don't know exactly what they're on. We saw Arena of Glory, so we're going to assume Flage. So Dolthy's pretty good against Flage. Obviously, Flage can just kill it. I don't think we want Leyline. Deluge might be decent. We didn't really get to see enough of their deck. Let's honestly just run it back. Our main board is pretty decent against what I assume this is. We will try this. We have Prismatic Ending for their turn 1 play. Surveil for turn 2, and then some Pressure turn 3. Oh, okay. This makes more sense. It's Domain. So what would we bring in for Domain? Vindicates. That's about it. We draw the Smallpox. And we have the combo here. Ending here. Really hoping they just go Scion here. That would be like the nuts. Tap land. I mean, it'd be cool if they played a creature too. No creature. They do keep a card on top. Fatal Push. And this could be like a stub or something. We're still going to like run this out though. We're not going to like not cast it. Alright, discard. Discard Shadowy Backstreet. They discard Wear Tear. Interesting they brought that in. We don't have anything for that. Get a Shadowy Backstreet. Ocelot Pride. I'm going to say no. And we'll pass. Maybe if we had Guide of Souls. We have this already for pressure. Alright, they get a Surveil land. Surveil, Leyline to the graveyard. I mean, we want them to like play creatures. That way we can just downtick on all this. Assuming they don't have a counter, they would have had to draw on it. Another Urborg. Castle. Now we have something to discard with Lily. Uptick. Discard Urborg. Oh, it's a land. Okay. They get an Undaatha Triumph. No plays. Draw Flagstones. So let's uptick. Get rid of Flagstones. Oh, Flage. Okay. So we definitely need to deal with that. Play out Ketramose. You could argue playing the land if you want to start activating Castle Lochthwain as well. They need 2 more lands to activate Flage though. Scion. Okay. Draw another Flagstones. So we'll downtick, target them. Play Flagstones. And I guess we'll pass. Definitely need like Ashiok or something to start exiling graveyards. Ashiok would be perfect. Activate here. Another Fatal Push. Bowmasters. Let's uptick. Discard Fatal Push. They discard another Leyline. And I guess we'll just pass. Leyline Binding. That's pretty annoying. They get to eat Lily. End step, we will flash in Bowmasters. Thoughtseize, not good. Let's draw. Another Thoughtseize. Ugh. Attack for 2. Just like the worst top decks. They do nothing. Draw Pride. They can cast all the stuff in their hand. Maybe it's like a Flage or something. Could be a Leyline Binding they don't want to waste. We'll just cast Pride. I mean, yeah, I guess we'll just chill on these. I don't know if it's worth it to Thoughtseize now. Tap land. Especially if they're getting close to Flage. Guide of Souls, pretty good. Alright, I will Thoughtseize now. Oh, it's a stub, okay. Not the most impactful, but attack with all. Apply Guide. Trigger here. So if they miss a land drop one more time, we just like win through this. They can escape Flage and then we just push it. Kavu. Okay, well they're just going to concede to this push. Push there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're not dead. If we draw a creature, they're perfect. Oh my gosh. Literally the best top deck that we were asking for. I mean, we're like a third of the way through our deck. It's about time we saw one. We'll Ashiok, target them, activate Ketramose, draw with Ketramose, and we get there. Alright, match 2 on the play. This is a no-lander, so we got them all. We will keep this hand. Gotta figure out what to put back. I really like all of this, but we'd go like turn 1, Guide, turn 2, Pride, Thoughtseize maybe. So then Smallpox doesn't really fit here. Let's keep. Put back Smallpox. Let's just start with the Guide of Souls. If we had double white, double untapped white, I'd probably lead off on a Thoughtseize and then turn 2, go everything, but we want to Guide, Pride, Thoughtseize, all that stuff. Wooded Foothills. This could be anything. Bowmasters. Let's attack. Play Castle. We'll Thoughtseize. See if they want to kill this now. Oh boy. Rumble, rumble, rumble. Chrysalis, Sire. Jesus. I guess we're going to take the Chrysalis. Play Ocelot Pride. What a crazy hand. Triple Rumble. So they're going to Surveil here, and then Rumble, make land drops, and then eventually cast Sire. So now we want the Smallpox back. We do have Bowmasters to slow them down with the killing the spawn token. And they do keep it on top, right? They do keep it on top. Cast Rumble. Utopia Sprawl, Temple, Heragast, okay. But they don't have colorless mana, so they take the Temple. That makes more sense. Alright, and they just send it back. Temple's going to speed up things a lot. We draw Ashiok. So we have to play the Surveil land, so we can't cast Ashiok this turn. Love a Smallpox. Smallpox actually is tough too, just because they have the spawn to sack. Let's graveyard that. Cast Bowmasters. Ping here. They're F6, so they don't get to sack it in response, which is nice. Move to combat. Attack with all. Target the cat token. Because if they want to kill all this eventually, down to 17, down to 13. And we almost have City's Blessing next turn. I really wanted to get this down because they have a Wooded Foothills in hand, but they're going to play the Temple, I think. They do, okay. They have a couple mystery cards. Hopefully it's not a Chrysalis. Ugh, it's a Chrysalis. Or Kozilek's Command. Oh my gosh, it is a Chrysalis. That sucks. So it kind of stonewalls us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They start sacking them now. Ooh, for a Talisman. Alright, well, Smallpox would be fantastic here. Good top decks for them. We need a creature. We need something to trigger Ocelot Pride. Land is not what we want. Cast Ashiok. Unfortunately, we can't attack, so we can't gain life and can't trigger this. We do have the City's Blessing. I'll target them. Play the Marsh Flats. Looking to Surveil here into something good. We'll just pass this one turn. They have 3, 4, 5 mana. We just don't really want them getting to Sire, but it's pretty easy with double Rumble here. But again, Smallpox would slow things down immensely. They find Talisman of Creativity. They put Kozilek's Return in the graveyard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They're going to have enough to cast Sire next turn. They find a Myco Spawn also. Wooded Foothills. They can't use it because of Ashiok. Would love for them to try. They do try, and they're prevented because of Ashiok. I mean, we're laughing now, but once they play Sire, it's not gonna feel nice. Oh, I mean, they're sacking the spawn for a Talisman. Yeah, Smallpox, again, off the top. Best draw possible. Let's just Surveil. Got a Shadowy Backstreet. Ocelot Pride. We gotta keep that. It's like too good not to. We'll down tick. Target them. 3, 4, 5, 6. Play Ocelot Pride. Trigger. I think we just gotta pass again. We get a bunch of Ocelot Pride triggers. So as long as they don't have a Kozilek's Return, we're gonna make a wide board. If they miss one more time on a land, then we're sitting pretty. Alright, pass to them. So as long as they don't have a basic land, next turn we just go nuts. Oh, they have the Sowing Myco Spawn. That's fine. Kick the Myco Spawn. They'll eat the castle, I guess. Oh, just Kozilek's Command. X equals 3, the Exile Guide of Souls. So we can't get anything flying anymore. Now they can just cast a Myco Spawn here. Damn. Good top deck for them. Now they can set themselves up for next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We don't have lethal on board either. All right, no attacks. Draw Fatal Push. Damn. There was a way to get rid of something before we attack. We'll Ashiok them. Oh, I just realized too, they couldn't search with Mycospawn. I was wondering where their land was. That's actually pretty funny. So they still need to make a land drop. And I guess, honestly, we just have to pass. Oh, they find a temple. Damn. Maybe they'll feel comfortable attacking with Chrysalis and we can just push it. There's Sire. This just like hoses our deck. No attacks. Let's draw. Another Ashiok, not what we want. Another Swamp. Yuck. Alright, we'll down tick. Can't do anything. First Strike, Vigilance, Menace, Trample, Reach, Lifelink. Let's try drawing again. Urborg. Yeah, we're just not hitting it. We're gonna chill. I'm not gonna play out this Ashiok yet. Maybe they'll want to target this one. And when they attack with Sire, we can throw a cat in there and then push this. I just kind of want to empty my hand so that way we don't take that much damage from this. Guess we should look at what we've exiled also. Only one Kozilek's return, so that means they have 2 more. Talisman. No, don't cast spells. I feel like they have the Kozilek's return. They're casting something big. Oh, Hurgast. So they're going to draw 3 cards and get to ping them, but it's not going to matter much because of Sire. Ping them down to 8. I guess hopefully they don't have like an Emrakul or something. They should have it though, but I feel like we haven't exiled it yet. Ugin. Oh, there's 1 Emrakul. There's 2. I feel like most lists run 2, so we should be decently close, but they could maybe have something still. I mean, they still have stuff. Devour. What is that going to target? This is a weird game. They target Bowmasters. Bowmasters down. 2 cards in hand. 14 cards left in the library. They're going to get in with this now? Just Sire. We'll take it. Down to 15. We'll push this. We'll pass. Draw Prismatic Ending. That's not what we want. Play Urborg. Down tick with them on Ashiok. Just going to play another Ashiok. Kind of force them to target the Ashiok, I think. They have 6 cards left in the library. Let's actually Prismatic Ending. Doesn't really matter what here. The Talisman here. Pending that. And then actually if we just throw everything in front of this, chump this, unless our last card is something absurd. Oh my god. Of course the last card is Kozilek's Return. That's brutal. Now they're going to kill Ashiok. Oh, they're targeting me. Alright, we'll just double block. We draw Flagstones. We'll Ashiok them. 1 card. Then we'll just pass. They have 1 card in hand, 1 card in the library. They draw the last card. So if we survive, which I feel like we have to because they have a 7/7, we're at 8 life. Wow, what a crazy game. Alright, so against Eldrazi Ramp, we don't really have much. We have Vindicate, Voidwalker, that's about it. Fatal Pushes are good against Chrysalis. Pending's good against their Ramp. Cling's good-ish. Trespassers, medium-ish. Everything's like, whatever. We'll do these 4 for these 4 and try that. Alright, game 2. This is a 1-lander, but we do have the Smallpox, Ketramose. Just too much late game, not enough lands for Smallpox. We got a mulligan. We will keep this. I don't want to go to 5. This is also kind of a medium hand. We'll go back Plains and try that. We have turn 1 Thoughtseize, turn 2 Pending for their mana rock, and then hopefully Ashiok can get them again. Pretty good with Ashiok, actually. So let's start with the Tomb, just in case we draw other stuff. And they're going to fetch Surveil anyway, so it's not a big deal. Kozilek's Command or Sire. Oh my gosh, they have Temple. We have to take Kozilek's Command. Damn, double Temple hand's pretty gross. They're going to eventually get to Sire, maybe 3 turns. Hopefully we can draw an Edict effect by then. We are going to Surveil with Marsh Flats. They put Hurgast into the yard. They play Misty. I'd love to get this down before the fetch lands happen, but they're smartly playing those. Fetid Heath. Play Marsh Flats and pass. They crack it. They shouldn't have another fetch land. This should just be like a Breeding Pool tapped. Stomping Ground tapped. I guess they're not Teamer. There's the Temple. So we'll Surveil. Ocelot Pride to the graveyard. Shadowy Backstreet. Not what we want either right now, but we will Ashiok. Turn off any future searches, target them, and then Ketramose will be turned on also. Sucks, these both have Menace, so they're just like 2 ships passing in the night. They play another Temple, so they're up to 6 mana, and they have 7 with Ugin. Bowmasters, down tick. They brought in Magus, that's cheeky. Play Ketramose, Surveil. Another Ketramose to the yard. So we know Sire's coming down. Oh, they bolt Ashiok. So Smallpox is, as always, the best draw possible. Their hand is 3 mystery cards after they cast this. Oh no, they have a Devour? Oh, that's so sad. Was not expecting the, they drew Devour. That stinks. So excited to get in there too. They got a Hurgast, draw Flagstones. We're not drawing very well. Alright, we'll pass. So now they can Hurrigast, Devour. Yeah, I mean, we had the Ashiok, I guess, but, like, this is just way too many lands for not drawing Smallpox. Like, we even have the Flagstones for it. So they have Hurrigast, Sire. Looks like they're just going to cast Sire here. There's Sire. Flash and Bowmasters. Draw Bogart Trawler. Just, like, not good enough. Play land and pass. I'm going to hold on to this for, like, a second. We can chump here, take 7. The only thing that might have done it would be just, like, all Smallpox draws. This is the Hurrigast. Why does it look like another Sire? Kicked Microspawn? Were they going to exile Urborg or Flagstones? Urborg, okay. We'll take a draw step, but obviously we're not, like, really getting there. They put Emrakul. Oh, they have Hurrigast and Emrakul there. I'm surprised they didn't do that. They could have cast Hurrigast and then Emrakul'd it. Alright, we'll chump. Guide of Souls. Not going to do it. Alright, I guess we just run it back. This is obviously one of the worst matchups that we have. For being a Smallpox deck, we're not, like, hardcore anti-Eldrazi or whatever with all the Vindicates and land destruction. On the play for game 3, we have the Smallpox. We are gonna keep Devour revealed. We would love them to put something underneath like an Ugin. That would be ideal. So we're gonna put Bowmasters to the yard. We don't need another one. But yeah, if they put something or if they go like Temple, 3 cards exiled, draw Pending. Let's actually, I don't want a Smallpox right away. Kind of want to wait a second. Get a God the Shrine. Play Voidwalker. So this plays around Malevolent Rumble. If they want to rumble next turn, we can maybe steal something. They should fetch in response, yeah. They could also have Lightning Bolt. We could also just, like, maybe save this for when they play something crazy. Or if we're just doing nothing else. Please don't shock this in. Just pass. Ooh, Thoughtseize. Alright, let's attack first, just in case they want to bolt this. We want to get some damage in first. Oh, actually, we shouldn't have done that. Because we're going to Thoughtseize. That was bad. We're going to Thoughtseize and then we could just activate it immediately. That's a mistake. Yeah, like we could have had any of these. Yeah, we'll just take the Emrakul. That sucks. Yeah, we messed that up. Plains, and then we'll pass. So we can end of turn Bowmasters, Utopia Sprawl. Interesting. Temple, into Chrysalis. Oh, Microspawn, okay. They get an Ugin's Lab. Probably put Devour under there. So we can end of turn Bowmasters, and then we can cast Emrakul with Dolphy and Smallpox and slow them down. Cast Bowmasters, ping them, draw Fetid Heath, play the land, sacrifice Dolphy. We're going to cast Emrakul, get the trigger, and we win. Alright, match 3 on the draw. Really wish we were on the play with this. We're going to keep it. We have the Flagstones Urborg combo. We have Aggression here. We're not going to play any of this though right away. Wooded Foothills, Mountain. Ooh, aggro decks, not my favorite, but we do have the Guide of Souls. Slow them down a little bit, gain some life in a bit. Alright, they just go Swift Spear, pass, play out Flagstones, and pass. I don't want to play out Guide of Souls just because we're going to have to sack it anyway. Hopefully they don't go like nuts here. Wooded Foothills, Mountain. I don't know if this is Prowess or it looks like it's just Burn. Double Lava Spike with the Swift Spear. We're going to go down to 10. Prismatic Ending. I think we should be fine to do this. Hopefully this is correct. We could go double Guide of Souls. We could like Pending one guide. I wouldn't want to play one without the other though. This also sucks because we do lose a life. Oh my god, what? Wow, okay. This is interesting. Discard Marsh Flats. So each person does everything twice. Flagstones. We do get to Surveil before this resolves. Shadowy Backstreet. Love like a cat. Another one to the graveyard. Discard. So I'm trying to think like we're gonna get rid of Urborg. They're only gonna have 1 card in hand or 0. I'm gonna want a white so we can go double Guide of Souls. Do we want the Pending? I'm gonna get rid of Pending. Wow, that's insane actually. So everyone just sacked everything. That's like, I've never seen that before. So now everyone's on top deck mode. I'm gonna get double Guide of Souls. They don't draw a land. Oh my gosh. We draw Lily. Marsh Flats. Go get the Plains. Go Guide of Souls. Guide of Souls. And then we'll pass. If they brick on lands, they're just gonna scoop. Wow, that's that's crazy. Alright, so against Burn, we have the Guide Pride already in the main. So we just need that. We have Trespasser in the main, Ketramose if we can get that active. Thoughtseize is not the most exciting. I honestly just think we run it back. Alright, we have double Trespasser to gain life. Push for early aggression. It's not the most exciting, but we'll try it. We want them to be on, like, there we go, creature plan. This is the main way you beat Burn, is if they're on creatures and you're just on, like, mono removal. Bogart Trawler. Go Swamp. I'm just going to push this now. I'm not sure what exactly they're playing. If they're playing, like, Flare of Duplication, like, what else are they doing? Bolt Wave. Oh, 1-lander, okay. We also get to Graveyard Trespasser, whatever. Marsh Flats. We'll Surveil with this, and then we can Trespasser the Swift Spear. They're stuck on one land. Again, this is how you beat Burn. We will Surveil. Thoughtseize to the graveyard. Castle Lockdwayne. Let's play Urborg. Cast Trespasser. We will eat their Swift Spear. Yeah, they just do nothing. They could have bolts. They could always bolt this, but it has ward. Flagstones. This flipped, so there's no creatures in the yard, unfortunately. So let's maybe put some creatures in the yard. Let's cast Ashiok. We're actually going to mill ourselves here, and we miss. Okay. Play Castle. Attack for 4. We are going to exile things, though. That way, Ketramose is turned on if we ever get to cast that. They bolt us down to 10. They're at 15. I mean, we could still lose if we just brick and they just burn us out somehow. If they draw lands and they have the 2 mana spells in hand. I'm not totally out of this, but if we build our stuff again, we can eat a bunch of cards. They find a land. No plays. We find Ketramose. Hilarious. Target ourselves again. We find 1 Ketramose. I'm going to attack before we play this because I don't want to lose life. I don't think it's worth it. We'll attack, target Ketramose and Flagstones. Hopefully they don't have like a Skullcrack. Doesn't look like it. Play out Flagstones, play out Ketramose. Now they're just kind of screwed. Boros Charm. I mean, unless they have like Skullcrack into Boros Charm. They could also have Deflecting Palm. They could have Path to Exile, Bolt Wave. They could have Bolt Wave, Land, Boros Charm. Oh no, double Skullcrack. A little too late for that. That's pretty funny. Alright, they just pass. Bedded Heath. Let's mill ourselves. We find... Man, no creatures. I mean, we don't have that many, but that triggers Ketramose, actually. We don't want to do that. So let's attack. We actually don't want to exile anything. We'll say done. We'd only want to exile like a creature, I guess, because it would cancel everything out. Put them to 1. Could we have killed them before? Were we like messing around too much? Cast Graveyard Trespasser. Don't want to do anything. Because they shouldn't be able to kill us unless they go land, Skullcrack. Damn, okay. And it's a fetch land, so they can't do anything. Alright, match 4 on the play. And this is a 5-land hand with 2 3-drops. Let's mulligan. This hand also kind of sucks. It's got a nice curve. We'll keep, put back a Flagstones. Probably lead off on a Guide of Souls into Bowmasters, depending on what they're on. Alright, let's go Flagstones, Guide of Souls. I considered going Shadowy Backstreet first, just to surveil and not have this die, but because we're going to sequence 1, 2, 3, Carrion Feeder. Alright, so we get the Bowmasters that before it gets too big. So this is going to be like Yogg combo, Urborg. We have Urborg, Flagstone, so if we draw Smallpox, we're kind of set. Play this, cast Bowmasters, ping Carrion Feeder, get him for 1. And I think Ashiok against this deck is going to be pretty sick. Pretty sure. I was going to say, I want to get this down before they played a fetch land. Temple Garden, Wall of Roots. They're not going to be able to search. We draw Thoughtseize. Let's get this down. Hopefully this isn't incorrect. Oh, it's like Birthing Ritual stuff. Yeah, this is like really good against Birthing Ritual. Attack with all. It's kind of like main deck hate. Curious as to what they have here. Dryad Arbor, Birthing Ritual. So they can still Birthing Ritual with Ashiok out. They get a Gilded Goose. Definitely going to Thoughtseize, Trespasser. Shadowy Backstreet, got the Shrine to the graveyard. So we could Trespasser here and eat the Dryad Arbor, and then swing in the air. Let's get Trespasser down. Hopefully we're not missing out on stealing something. So eat the Dryad Arbor, attack with all. Let's pump up the Orc Army, because if they have like a push, they'll want to use it on one of these. We'll down tick, target them. Oh, it's Samwise Combo. Makes sense. Oh no, they have the Samwise. Please don't have the cat. Another Birthing Ritual. Damn. So I think they could combo if they find something. I'm not 100% sure. I'm never 100% sure with this combo. They sack Gilded Goose. They still need... Okay, they find the Seer. That's what I was worried about. So if they get the cat, we just lose. My god, they found it all? That's brutal. I can't believe they just hit the entire combo right there. And Ashiok doesn't stop that. Damn, they just had to brick like one more time. I mean, I guess if we Thoughtseize, we would have Thoughtseized away Samwise, so that's something to consider. Alright, and they have us. Alright, against Samwise Combo, we want Dolthy, we want Leylines, Wrath Disguise, Clarion. Dude, we want like literally everything. What's not good? Our whole deck is like solid against them. Guide Pride's probably like the weakest part of the deck. So like if we went down 2 of each here, I feel like Smallpox isn't the greatest against them. Maybe Wrath is overboarding. Lily's not the greatest. I'm gonna try this. On the play for game 2. This hand sucks again. Always mulliganing. Alright, we have the Leyline, so we're gonna keep. Trespasser, Ketramose, Plains. Let's see if they're ready for the Leyline. I mean, you know they have Boseiju, so they could just Boseiju this whenever. We're just gonna surveil turn 1. And what's cool about this is, oh man, if we draw Bowmasters, come on, Bowmasters. Surveil, Ashiok. Ashiok's tempting too. It's another 3-drop. We could turn on Ketramose quickly. I'm gonna say no to this right now. Pending. We'll take a pending. We can't pending this because it's a land technically, and this is non-land. So let's just pass. Would have loved to draw like a push or a Bowmasters here. So they go Birthing Ritual, Wall of Roots. Draw an Ashiok anyway. So I guess we'll play that out. Make it so that any fetch land isn't very good. At Cauldron, Young Wolf. You could always pending this as well. There's a land. Oh, but you know what? It doesn't matter because of Urborg. It's kind of funny. Samwise. Alright, we are going to pending that. They attack Ashiok. Another pending. Alright, we'll just pass. I don't want to downtick this just in case. They do shock that in. Voice of Victory. So I guess we're just going to pending this as well. Fetid Heath. Black. Pending here. I really want to play out Ketramose, but I feel like we have to get rid of this first. Cauldron Familiar. Alright, Leyline stops that. They can still attack this for 1. Down to 1. They have 1 card in hand. They do get to kill Ashiok next turn. We draw Bowmasters. Well, now I just want to pass. Hold up Bowmasters. We can ping this. Well, it's tempting to get in with here. I'd love to just cheese them out here. Cast Bowmasters. And they scoop it up. Leyline is just pretty annoying for them. So, like, do we want all 3 Ashiok? Probably. There's a lot of 3-drops. Pending. Smallpox, not the greatest here. I mean, what if we just, like, did this? Just, like, 1 Guide, 1 Pride, and then 3 Smallpox. I'll try that. I don't know. I mean, maybe we just want the Wrathus guys and no Guide Pride, actually. That might have been better. Alright, so 3 3-drops, Bowmasters. Let's mulligan. We don't have Leyline of the Void. We have Thoughtseize, Prismatic Ending, and Trespasser. We'll keep. Put back Fetid Heath and try that. Hopefully not mulliganing to Leyline of Void is not a mistake. But we have a turn 1 pending on maybe just a Goose or something. Nurturing Peatland. We can pending that. Fetid Heath. Exile. No more Cat. Don't want to draw any more lands. Sylvan Safekeeper into fetch land. It's pretty good. Ashiok. Let's go Castle. Oh no, it comes into play tapped. Oh shoot. For some reason I thought it... Yeah, I messed that up. Damn. Alright, we just time worked ourselves. I thought it came into play untapped, like Flagstones, but I forgot you need a swamp. That sucks. Now we're behind. Because we wanted to Thoughtseize that turn and then Ashiok next turn. Hopefully they don't just like combo off here. Damn, they have the Samwise. Get him for 1. And they have protection. Clarion Conqueror. Alright, well I guess we are Clarion Conquering. Hopefully they don't have like a push or something. Just a tap land. Can't activate Ashiok with Clarion out, but we'll see. Ugh, no, they have a Skyclave. That's brutal. Dolphy. Cast Shadowy Backstreet. Bowmasters. Well, let's say Bowmasters to the graveyard. And let's cast Dolphy here. And then we can Thoughtseize. But yeah, if we would have played the other turn correctly, we probably could have Thoughtseize this away, played Clarion, and been fine. They fetch. Do they have another Surveil land? They do. They put Beseiju to the graveyard. Okay. So I'm glad we don't have Leyline out, because they'd probably keep it for that. Thoughtseize. They have Bowmasters and Cord. Definitely going to take Cord, because they could, like, Cord for something for Dolphy. They can always Bowmasters, but we have a Trespasser. Find a cat. No attacks. Another Thoughtseize. I don't know if I want a Thoughtseize. Let's cast Trespasser first. Eat Bowmasters, just to gain some life. Start getting in with Dolphy. They do have a lot of food, so they can gain a lot of life back. 14. Yeah, I guess we Thoughtseize. Oh, it's the Bowmasters. We knew about that. Duh. For some reason, I thought they, like, drew something. Now we just lost life for no reason. Down to 13. That was silly. Oh, Carrion Feeder. So good. We would love a Ketramose or something, I guess, pending. And they have Sylvan Safekeeper, so they can just kind of do whatever they want. We just go Ashiok here. Down tick on them. I mean, they could, like, sack everything to Carrion Feeder, and then we kind of have to deal with stuff. Enduring Innocence, Seer, attack. Guess we'll just pending that and see if they sack a land. And they do. Put them down on land, which is fine. Ah, they drew the push. No. They sack Carrion Feeder. Yeah, now we're just kind of screwed. So now they can just make this infinitely large. Yeah, so I think we could have sideboarded better. Bring in the Wraths. We just had so much to side in, but we also just didn't draw very well. It happens. Alright, welcome to the final match. And we cannot keep a 7. We're gonna mulligan this one. We will keep this. What do we want to put back, though? I like all of this. Maybe Ketramose. Maybe we want to go for the Smallpox, Ocelot Pride plan. Tried to say in the blind. We have nothing to activate this. Yeah, I guess we'll put back Ketramose. See if that punishes us. Marsh Flats. We draw our own Marsh Flats. So I kind of just want to lead off on a Thoughtseize here. We're not going to get the Smallpox turn 2, but I think it's fine. Maybe we'll get them with a creature in the play. Wow, they Force Pitch Force. Not sure what that could mean. So we can play Smallpox next turn. We just won't get to utilize Flagstones. If they do play Frog, we're 100% going to Smallpox. Oh, Ephemerate. So this is going to be Reanimator or Esper Frog. Marsh Flats, no plays. So let's play Flagstones, and I think I'm just gonna pass. You could have actually, probably could have played just Shadowy Backstreet, and the next turn played Fetid Heath and played Smallpox. That was probably the better play. Emperor of Bones. We want them to play like a creature. Otherworldly Gaze. So this is Reanimator. Man, we have so much graveyard hate, but we're just not drawing well. Alright, they have the Gorios. We have nothing for it. They draw 7. This sucks. They get in... I guess if they ephemerate this, we can just Smallpox it. We're assuming they have it, yeah. Guide of Souls. Alright, so we're going to play Fetid Heath. Hopefully they don't have another Force. Cast Smallpox. They'll probably draw to try to get the Force if they don't already have it. They draw 7. How many... I feel like they usually run just like 3. They usually don't run the set. They draw 7 more. Come on, Brick. Brick, 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 brick. Are they Solitude, Pitch, Atraxa to exile Grisabrand? It's a good play. Discard Flagstones. We'll sack our own Flagstones. They'll probably just get rid of the planes. We will get a Shadowy Backstreet. Bowmasters to the top, I guess. Actually, probably should have been that for some graveyard hate. It's whatever. And we're also not playing this out because I want to play both at the same time. We're not just getting for one's probably not going to mean anything. They have 19 cards in hand. They're most likely going to just get back something else. Yeah, they shotgun Water Grave. Definitely a tough matchup. Goryo's Vengeance, get them for 7. If they have the Ephemerate, then we'll just like concede to that. Yeah, damn. I mean, I guess we could draw a Smallpox. Wait, we're drawing Bowmasters. I don't think they're gonna ever draw 7 into our Bowmasters. Play Shadowy Backstreet, land to the yard, play Ocelot Pride. There's no point in like playing anything else. I just want to see if they try to draw cards. Doesn't look like they're going to. Alright, tough game 1 there, but we have a lot to bring in. We have the Dothies, the Leyline of the Voids. Definitely want all of this. Pending's good against Frog. All of this is like good against Frog. Push is good, Thoughtseize. Take out Guide Pride again. We have a lot of sideboard hate. We need the pushes for Frog, because if we're going to be bringing in all the sideboard hate, Frog can still win in the game. Ketramose gets less good. Let's try that. Alright, on the play for game 2. And we're going to keep. We have the Leyline, we have Smallpox, we have a little bit of everything. We're going to save Smallpox for Psychic Frog, though. We're not just going to fire it off immediately. I don't mind saving for like Ashiok into Ketramose holding this. And then if we do Smallpox with Frog, we just gotta hope they don't have Force of Negation. Put Leyline into play. They're paused. I wonder if like they just scooped to that, which would be hilarious. I'm actually just going to play out this tapped. I don't want to play Urborg because I want them to crack any fetch lands they have. And then I don't want to play this out yet because if we draw more lands, we can use this as a spell. And they just played Delta. I want to get this down ASAP. Another castle. So again, we're actually just going to play this tapped and pass, because if they want to do something, they're just going to surveil anyway. It's not the biggest deal. They fetch, probably get like a Shadowy Backstreet or something, or Undercity Sewers. They surveil. Let's see what they do with that. Keep it on top. So they do want to draw that card. It's a Plains. Balaji. They get a +1 when they mill. Non-creature, non-land. They milled 2 lands and a Ketramose. Draw Shadowy Backstreet. All right, let's play Urborg and play Ashiok. We don't have white, but it's fine. I'm going to just pass now. I'm not going to activate Ashiok. Maybe we could just do it once, just to make sure we get enough things in exile. That was probably the smart play. But this can attack it down. But this prevents any future fetch lands. Maybe we should have just played Smallpox, actually. Yeah. Tainted Indulgence. Which is funny, they get to use the plains as a swamp because of Urborg. They discard Gorios. Okay. No 3rd land? So we should Smallpox, is what you're telling me. We should have Smallpoxed already. Let's start with a Shadowy Backstreet. Land the graveyard. We'll downtick, exile, Griselbrand, all this, Smallpox, discard Swamp, discard Castle, and then we'll pass. So they're stuck on 1 land. We're going to play Ketramose next turn. Oh, they find a land. They can't fetch though, which is pretty funny. But they do have access to Swamp, and they have the Psychic Frog. This like non-bow here is killing me. Alright, we have Ketramose. Really hoping that they don't have Solitude. Let's play this tapped, mill them. So the only way they can get in is if they Solitude, Ketramose, and then kill Ashiok. How many Solitudes do they have? 3. Tainted Indulgence. They're looking. Definitely need to find some, like, action here. Definitely want Fatal Push first and foremost to get rid of Psychic Frog. Assuming they don't have a Force of Negation, but they would have countered Ashiok if they had that, probably. It's also really hard to outraise Ketramose, unless they just Solitude it. They find the land, and they just pass. Oh, Pending's really good. That's what we're talking about. Pending Frog. Hopefully no Force of Negation. Damn. Okay. Alright, I guess we just downtick again. Let's Cling Smallpox for a redraw. Thoughtseize. And we get to draw a card with Ketramose. We draw another Ashiok. We'll draw another card with Ketramose here. They're paused. They discard Balaji. I guess that makes sense. And they discard Fatal Push. God, I want to attack so badly, but I think we just chill. Oh, they fetch and trigger. Oh, that's really good for us. We get to draw with Ketramose, because that goes to the exile. Shadowy Backstreet. They put Ephemerate to the graveyard. Fatal Push. Okay, this should get the concession. Draw with Ketramose, another Urborg. Attack with Ketramose. So I really don't want to crack Ashiok because then they get to surveil here. So let's just play the other Ashiok. I just don't want to give them the chance. Downtick, Exile, Solitude, Solitude. Okay, cool. I was worried there for a second, but we got there. It doesn't look like they have anything for Leyline of the Void that we saw. Do we want like Vindicates? Ketramose looks really good there, honestly. Lily the Veil, probably not the greatest. I think Vindicate's pretty solid. I mean, it sucks because once they get their reanimation effect, the damage is already done. So I don't know. Bowmasters is good against Frog and Gristlebrand. I think we'll just try this. Probably just mulligan to Leyline of the Void. This hand's terrible, so we're going to mulligan anyway. This is a one-lander. Can't keep this. Now it just kind of looks like we're mulliganing to it, but our hands are actually just terrible. Let's go one more. Ugh. Alright, well, we'll keep this. Put back Bowmasters, Smallpox, and a land. Damn, this feels bad. And we don't even have the Leyline. We were like 80% to hit Leyline there, too. Some like crazy high number. Bargart Trawler. Let's just go Plains, go. Feels bad. Maybe they'll go Frog, pass, and then we can just Smallpox them. They keep a card on top. They shock in Balaji. They find Purge. Okay. That's going to be kind of annoying to deal with. Ashiok. I'm just going to play this tapped and pass. Because if we Smallpox there, then we go down on a land, we're like never casting these 3-drops. And they seem to have plenty of lands. There's Frog. They also have Celestial Purge for Ashiok. Let's push now. See if they have the force. And we wanted to do this before we played Urborg because they could keep something up. I don't think they could use the Swamp, but it's just something. They shock in Hallowed Fountain. What is this? Ephemerate. That's annoying. I mean, maybe we can play around that by waiting for them to fetch. We're not sure if they would anyway. Alright, let's Smallpox. I'm not even sure what to do here. We're kind of in a rough spot because we had a mulligan so poorly. Like Ashiok. They both die to Celestial Purge. It's going to throw a Trespasser. They're going to discard Flagstones. At least if we get Ashiok down, we can activate it. They've been a push anyway. Discard the land. Now we need Pending or another Fatal Push and or land. And by doing this, their Ephemerate target isn't active anymore. This is just going to come down to who top decks better. They get him for 1, but they're also drawing 2 cards a turn. Draw Flagstones. A little late. Cast Ashiok. This will eat the Purge. We exile. Nothing good. Wow. Really bad. Really bad hits. I should end step Purge this, though. Oh, they Tainted Indulgence. Okay. They put Attraction to the yard. Alright, let's see if they have it. They attack Ashiok. They don't waste the Purge on it. I wonder if they want to discard their whole hand to kill it, or like what they're doing. Yeah, they don't. Interesting. They do find the 3rd land, though. Another Psychic Frog. That's gross. Alright, we'll downtick. And we're just going to pass. We'll see if they want to... I mean, they're wasting their attacks on this, even though they are drawing cards. I think that's the most absurd thing about Frog, is that it still draws cards when it hits a Planeswalker. I feel like it should just be like your opponent only. Similar to Ragavan. So now they're drawing 3 cards a turn. Both at Ashiok. I don't really have like a way to get out of this. Another Flagstones. We'll float, play Flagstones, get a Surveil land. We just need like pushes and stuff, but they probably have forces by this point. Thoughtseize. It's not good enough. Cast another Ashiok. They're saving Purge for Ketramose. Maybe they just force this. Alright, they don't care. We'll downtick. Again, there's like a 90% chance we're not winning this game, but we'll go through the motions a little bit. Mill, Atraxas, Solitude. They have 7 cards in hand, drawing 3 cards a turn. Pretty insane. Alright, they attack Ashiok. They pump it, kill Ashiok, discarding Gristlebrand. Surprised they haven't had a reanimation effect yet. Have we hit any? We've hit 1. Emperor of Bones. Take a draw step. Yeah. A little unlucky there, having to mulligan a lot, but it's going to happen. Alright, so that was Smallpox Energy in Modern. Unfortunately, the wheels fell off towards the end. It does feel bad losing to graveyard combo decks when most of our deck is anti-graveyard combo hate. But when you mulligan a lot and just kind of do nothing, it's going to happen. But as for the deck, I thought it felt pretty powerful. You had your aggro energy package, your aggression, disruption package, Smallpox, and just doing a little bit of everything. I really like the flexibility of the main board when we were able to curve out. The entire deck, and including the sideboard, is just kind of like a work in progress. So if you guys have any ideas, feel free to leave a comment in the section down below. But that'll do it for me. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you want to see more Modern content like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you next time. Peace.